Dear students, hope you will be fine at your native place. Last time we were discussing the plant kingdom. In the plant kingdom, we have discussed the kingdom Monera, we have discussed the kingdom Protista. Today, we are going to discuss the kingdom fungi. What we will call as the fungi. Fungi are the eukaryotic organisms which are achlorophyllous organism. That means they are devoid of the chlorophyll. That means they are not in a position to perform the process of photosynthesis. They can be multicellular or they can be unicellular organisms. अगर हम मल्टीसेलुलर ऑर्गेनिज्म की बात करेंगे, मशरूम्स आर देयर, वी हैव गॉट द yeasts, these slime molds are there. They are these what we call as the multicellular organism, and in case of the unicellular organisms we have got the yeasts. Now this group of fungi, it has got certain characteristics. First one, जो fungi होता है, they are filamentous structures, except अगर हम बात करेंगे, we have got the one yeast which are mainly the unicellular organism. Regarding second one, अगर हम उनकी बात कर लेंगे, regarding the figure that comprises of the cylinder, that comprises of this elongated structure which is called as the hyphae, and the web of this hyphae is called as the mycelium. In some hyphae, what we will see, there are these constriction walls, and these walls are called as the septum, and that hyphae is called as the septate hyphae. But in some cases, no such walls are present, no such septa are present. Again, in such cases, what we will see here, there is the multinucleate protoplasm, and that hyphae is called as the aseptate hyphae, or where we will see a large number of these nuclei are present. They are called as the cynocytic condition. अब जो इनकी wall है, the wall of this hyphae, it is made up of the chitin and it is made up of the polysaccharides. These fungi, they may be heterotrophic or they may be parasitic in nature. Regarding, अगर हम और बात करेंगे, they may serve as a symbionts, they may serve as a symbionts. अगर हम symbionts की बात कर लेंगे, they live in an association with algae, as in case of the lichens, and they may live in association with the roots of the higher plants, as in case of the mycorrhiza. Regarding their reproduction, what we will see, जो fungi होता है, they show three different modes of their reproduction, that is vegetative reproduction, asexual reproduction, as well as sexual reproduction. Vegetative reproduction is shown by means of three different ways, mainly by three different ways, that is fragmentation, that is second one budding, third is the fission. In case of this fragmentation, what happens in some species of Ascomycotina and in case of the Basidomycotina, what we will see, that the fragments or the segments जो होते हैं, they break, जो hyphae होता है, it breaks down into fragments, it breaks down into these segments, and then each segment has got the capability, or each fragment has got the capability to develop into the independent entity. In some unicellular fungi, what we will see here again, but they multiply by the means of these budding. A bud, it arises as a papilla. This bud, it arises as a papilia on a parent cell, then it elongates and it gets separated. When it falls on a suitable substratum, it gives rise to the new plant. In some unicellular organisms like yeasts, what we will see, they multiply by the process of the fission. Now, regarding the asexual reproduction can take place by means of the three different types of the spores. First one is the sporangiosperm, second one is the zoospore, third one is the conidia. What are these sporangiosperms? These sporangiosperms, these are non-motile spores which are found in a special structure which is called as a sporangium, and these spores, they may be uninucleate or they may be multinucleate, and these spores, they give rise to the individual plant. Zoospores, again, they are thin walled but they are motile. and they are produced in a special structure which is called as the zoosporangium. Then we have got this conidia. What happens in case of the conidia? Knows these spores or zoospores are formed. Here again, what we will see, जो ये होता है, the spores they are formed inside a special structure. Special joy, they are not produced within the sporangium, but they are born freely on a special structure which is called as the conidiospore, and then they give rise to the individual plant. Regarding the sexual reproduction, all the forms of the fungi they show the sexual reproduction except the this basidiomycotin in this deuteromycotina. During the process of this sexual reproduction, what happens? जो compatible nuclei होता है, they show three different, they show rather specific features. What are the three? They show specific behavior. There are specific features, and this which is responsible for the onset of the three different mycelial phases. Three different mycelial phases जो होती है, that is the plasmogamy, where we will see the fusion of the plasma protoplast takes place. Second one, karyogamy, where which the fusion of the nucleus takes place. Third one is the reductional division, where we will see that the mitotic division can take place. Now, beta, regarding the economic importance of the fungi they show both the positive as well as the negative effects. First, let us discuss some positive effects जो उनके पाए जाते हैं. That is, as a decomposing agent, they decompose the dead and decaying organisms, and then these dead and decaying organisms से क्या हो जाता है कि that जो न्यूट्रेंट्स होते हैं, न्यूट्रिशन एलिमेंट्स like phosphorus, like potassium, like iron, like nitrogen, carbon, they are again available for the plant for its growth and development. Second one जो हम बात कर लेंगे इनकी, that is in the industrial use. In the industrial they play a very much important role. They are used in the baking industry. They are used to manufacture the various types of the cheese. Third बात अगर हम बात करेंगे, they are also used in the manufacture of formic acid. They are used in the manufacture of the citric acid. They are used in the manufacture of this soft drinks. Source of antibiotics. Fungi जो है, they also acts as a source of antibiotics. For example, we have got a well-known antibiotic that is called as the penicillin, which has been obtained from the fungus Penicillium. As food, fungi जो है, they can be used as a food. As we know, mushrooms, which are the good source of the proteins and vitamins. But before selecting the fungi, we had to be very much what we call as a selective, because many of these species of the mushrooms they are very much poisonous. They are also as the source of enzymes and hormones. Many species of the fungi they are the source of the enzymes. For example, invertase. They are the sources of the hormones. For example, gibberellin. Gibberellin, that is a plant growth hormone which is obtained from the fungus Gibberella fujiqui. They can play a very much important role in the research tool. In the research, fungi जो है, they play an important role in the biological research work, as their growth that is somewhat fast, and a number of generations they can be produced within a short span of time. They can be also used for the elimination of various types of the disease. For example, we have got the one that is the malaria. Regarding their harmful effects, what we will see, these fungi they can produce a large number of the toxins which are harmful both to the plants and the animals. Second one, they act as a pathogen. They can cause various plant and animal diseases. Third one अगर हम बात करेंगे, they can even spoil the food when we are going to store that food. That is all for today. Next time, hope for the best. Stay home. Thanks.